Yo, it's Guido coming at you with the Tactics Talk, guys. Welcome back, and thanks for tuning in. As always, I appreciate the support of the channel. We have MC950, new submitter, and his AMX 1390 Clan ISOK. Yo to those guys. And gals, 1390 Tier 9 French light tank. Sent me a note and said, hey, how come the team is mad at me? And I said, well, I'm going to watch through it, and then we'll come back. And then I had to stop it immediately because I was so happy by what I heard. I'm going to make this a first look, and we'll see how this goes. But I'm so excited because, well, I'm going to let you guys, we'll just let you guys hear it. All right, you ready? Here we go. Here we go.
Even venomous snakes die when they bite me. This enemy has no hope.
You, sir, are a legend. That is Chuck. That is Chuck in a light tank, and that is approved by Guido. We're on Muravanka, and he is a middle tier in a light tank. This is a fun tank right here. This is a good map for a tank. Not amazing, but a pretty good map. One of the things he asked me was how come my team was mad. We're going to find out. I don't know. So far, so good. We're out in front kind of taking a look. Let's see if we get a little too deep. Ooh, okay, so we're going to hang out in the bush right there. Not bad. Okay. And we find somebody wandering around, and we give them a little, how you doing? This is very dangerous, my friend, MC, right here. One thing about shooting from this position is now you're just kind of lighting yourself up for anything. And if one of the scouts even does a little ridge run here, you're going to get lit. So we're not really in the bush here. So far, so good. You're getting away with it. I don't know if I would stay here too long. This poor Caro took a hit, and he's wondering why that scout got a piece of him. He's sort of wondering, oh, there goes another scout by us. The FL-10 goes raging by. And we're really fixated on this Caro. There we go. No, okay. Gonna look. Oh, there we go. Now we have an Indian Panzer. Nice, nice. Put another shell in him. Now let's get out of here. That's what I do. I just get on out of here because he knows where you are. Boy, I'm gonna tell you, we're getting a little bit lucky the way we were sitting in that bush. But hey, nicely done. This is a different camo. What is this camo? Oh, it's that. That was an event, right? Was that the Halloween event with the crazy electrical gear all over the tanks and everything? I think that is the 3D style from a Halloween, maybe the last Halloween event. So we swing back around. Yeah, maybe one of the reasons they're probably irritated is that you're not up there, but I think you're doing the right thing. Why would you be up there? They have nobody, they being your team, they have nobody up there trying to support anything like that. And pretty soon it's time to get out of here. Ooh, how did you not get lit? Ah, man. Wow. Okay. Double bushed somehow, I would imagine. Uh-oh. He's gone by. Get out of there. Dude, you got to get out of there. Oh, man. We're going to hold. Oh, nope. Yep. No. I think you... Oh, boy. You held it faster than I would have right there. Now we're running. All right. One thing for camera work, man. What I do when I run is I learn to drive by looking backwards. You'll notice me on stream, rarely am I looking where I'm going when there's somebody back. Because what I want to do is try to minimize my exposure to all these guys. And the way I do that is by using terrain. And if I'm just looking forward, I might miss an opportunity to screen myself from terrain. Let's see if you turn around. Looks like you're just interested in running away. The other opportunity you may have is your turret turns around. Good for two things. Number one, puts at least that part of the strong armor is pointed at them, right? Which means if they happen to hit my turret, I have a better chance. Yes, it's a scout. You're going to have a hard time. But it's better than the back of the turret. Number two, I may have a shot. And if it looks like I'm going to die anyway, at least I've got a shot potentially on one of these guys. One thing to watch out for in that situation is when you shoot, you do lose camo. So if you're not seen or about to go dark and then you shoot, you might get yourself lit again. So those are all things to think about. But try to learn, camera work-wise, to run away one direction and look the other. It really is a good skill to have if you can do it. It's also a good way to run into buildings and things you don't see, noted, you know. And I don't always do it, but I just throw that out there as something. So we're going to come back here. Dude, I have no problem with this. You didn't have anybody down there. There's no reason for you to be sitting out in front of everybody. It will be a little bit hard for you to see them here because you're sort of double bushed. That's something people don't really understand. Yes, it's harder for them to see you, and it's also harder for you to see them. So you want to be close enough to the bush you can see through it and get them some spotting. In fact, I don't think you got any of that spotting. That was somebody else, yeah. So somebody else saw him. Now we've got a lightweight right there. Check it and see if you got a shot. Yeah, it looks like you're spotting him. Nicely done. So that kind of keeps him busy. And that's why this fallback position is fairly strong. When you lose the forest over there, this is not a bad idea. I don't like having to do it. I'd rather win the forest, but you didn't have a chance to win the forest. Not with what they sent and what you sent. Your team is Camp-a-Llama Ding Dang. And unfortunately, they're all stuffed into one quarter of the map, and that is never, ever, ever a good thing. The only good news being that this is a relatively strong defensive position if you can keep them from getting in and starting to light you. Now, honestly, I'm not really sure why you abandoned that position, but it does look like there was only maybe one guy. I would have been interested in maybe trying to figure out a way to get rid of the lightweight. Is that their only scout? No, there's a 12T wandering around as well. So, and the Leopard has pretty good view range, as do a lot of the tier 10s, even the TDs and heavies and such. But okay, yeah, nicely done. Looks like you know about this bush. We're going to come in here. The lightweight's lit.
Critical hit.
Very dangerous, but you got away with it again. That poor Caro is probably not very happy with you right now. Where is that lightweight? You just had him lit. Did he die? There we go. Okay, so good. The lightweight got lit on you moving around, so nicely done. And you did not get spotted, plus you fired. Again, I would be really careful with that. I would expect 3 or 4 guys to be down in that city somewhere, and I'm very surprised you didn't get lit, but it's a good thing that you did not. They're going to take out your T-30 and your IS-2 too. There's the other scout. Might have taken a shot there, I don't know. I think I'd move from this, well, I think I'd move from this position and start looking around. They have a lot of TDs. 2 of them are Sturves, which are going to have a hard time moving around. Yeah, start to look for opportunities now to take damage off these guys. Possibility of raging in and helping the Caro 45T get rid, or the 60TP get rid of the Caro. This is that point in the game where scouts want to move forward and start doing cleanup on Isle 2 stuff. You're going to hit C right there and reload. That's a good idea too. But I think you could have probably got in there and maybe helped the 60TP get rid of the Caro. Let's talk about that for a second, guys, because what's happening here is the Caro has your 60TP permalit, and he's providing really the only forward eyes other than maybe the Leopard. Potentially the Leopard's up here, but if you can carve this dude out, then it breaks open that kind of section right there of map. And you think about that at times, about breaking open sections of map. Though I just noticed there's something else in there. Looks like the Sturve is lasting in there, so maybe you noticed that and I didn't. Because if he's sitting in there, that can be more difficult. I think, though, you had an opportunity earlier, and then here comes the Leopard, and he's on good hit points in the WZ, and now people are dying in every direction. That was nice. That was actually a double bushed hit. Oh, but I got us spotted. You got to move. Oh, don't back up. Actually, it worked out. I would have gone forward, and the Leopard would have got me. Put a shot on him. That sucks. The reason I don't like backing up when I'm spotted is it's easier to hit you, especially when you're highlighted like that. I think maybe if you'd have gone downhill, maybe the Leopard hits you or maybe even rams you. So turns out that was actually not a bad decision. Now things are going a little bit south for us. Yeah, that is not good at all. A couple hits. We're going to get this guy out. Nice hit. One more, baby. Come on. Oh, yes. Back out. That was well done, man. Yep, that Caro was not happy with you. You took most of his... Well, not most, but a good chunk, let's put it that way, of his hit points. 1,353, 1,049 assist, and a bunch of TDs to try to dig out. I don't think this is necessarily a bad move. But you do want to try to, from here, get the lights for your TDs. Looks like maybe you're going to work around that. Your TVP 5051 has that flank sorted out. The Leopard is probably one of your biggest problems, actually, based on his spotting. Yeah, he's pushed in. So I think I would have been a little bit further over that way to maybe help out with something like that. And it's going to be very difficult to come back from this. I would not sit here, though, because that's not going to do you any good. You're right next, first of all, you're right next to the Arty. There's no way to get away. As soon as he lights you up, he's going to take you out, or you're going to get shot by one of the multitude of TDs. The Arty, it's too bad, so sad. You needed to bail out of this and head back to the forest. Maybe even get hooked up with the TVP, because what's probably going to happen here is the Leopard will be interested in chasing you. The rest of them maybe not so much. So they might start trying to work towards the cap. Then you can use your scouting around the edges, coming in from the forest over on the east side, and potentially help light those guys up. The stupid, oh, that's actually an Udez. I thought, sorry, I said it was an Arty, but it's an Udez. The stupid Udez should have been gone long ago. So he's late leaving the party, as are you. So, you know, it's 2 a.m., and the host of the party has been dropping hints for you to leave for since about 12:30. So you grab an Uber and get out of there. Now you're gonna put. Oh, I think I would have taken that shot, man. You're gonna put the lie to me, aren't you? Right there. You're gonna actually. Oh, there's a big kid. Track him. Oh boy. Oh, you got. Yeah, I would have taken the opportunity to shoot him. Oh, he definitely sees you. Ow, ow. Oh boy. 1,628 damage. 1,855. So I think. Were they calling you names? I didn't see any of the chat. I wasn't paying attention while I was babbling. You said that they're angry. Maybe it was after game chat or something like that. I thought the whole game was reasonable what you were doing. That the move over to the east side, there was nobody there to support. So you looked around. I thought you hung out in that bush a little long. If anything, you had a tendency to stay in one spot a little bit long and maybe shoot and not move. In a couple spaces, I thought you should have been spotted. The good news is you weren't. So there was a little tendency right there. We talked about the mechanics of the driving and which way you're looking. And then I really think you hung out in this bush way too long. There was just no real benefit to doing what you were doing right there. And I think if you'd have run away, the Udez would have run away. Really, the Udez, where he should have been, was further back where he is now, or maybe even back in this area back here with fire onto the cap. And then you could have worked around all these edges over here to try to pick these guys off. Then when the leopards showed up, I think you had a couple opportunities to shoot them yourself, but I wouldn't have been in this bush. Reference my analogy of hanging out at the party way too long. You should have been gone a long time ago. And at that point, with a situation like this, and not great defensive positions right where you were, the ability of the bad guys to really sneak up on you or get very close before you light them, you needed to get more standoff. It's great sometimes to do that passive scouting bush thing, but you got to do it at the right time, right place with the ability to get away, and this really just wasn't it right here. You didn't have enough guns supporting you. If there's 3 or 4 guys there, yeah, maybe that would have worked out. But one of your dudes is completely on the other side of the... I don't know what the hell he's doing over there. Was there an Artie involved? Maybe, yeah, he went and killed the Artie, I guess, is what he did. He should have been back here supporting as well. There you go, man. I mean, I can see why they might be a little irritated, but there was no real reason to look at that and go, oh, that was terrible, awful light tank gameplay. Just a tendency to hang around a little longer than you need to. Maybe you didn't take a couple opportunities and then end game start doing a little more of the kite, try to stay away from them and out-vision them thing. Right? I don't think this was the time to sit in the bush tight and hope the Udez could gun down everything before they got on top of you, so to speak. All right, guys, that's all I've got. Thanks for the support of the channel. If you're looking for other ways to do so, you can find that down in the description. Thank you again to MC950 from Clan ISOK sending that in. Let me know down below what you guys think in the comments. If you have any other suggestions for MC950, go ahead and chuck them in there. And speaking of Chuck, well done on that. That's fantastic. Gotta love seeing Chuck there in the light tanks. We will see ya.